Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's great to be back after a little break, and I wanted to bring you a video of my latest adventure on the Tiger 900. I recently had a chance to go out to Orange, New South Wales for work, and thought that on the way out I might try and have a look at the Bridle Track. This is a track that starts somewhere between Bathurst and Orange, and has been closed for a few years but was reopened earlier this year. I'd heard good things about this track from some four-wheel driving friends of mine, so I thought I'd go out there and have a look at it myself. The track winds along the banks of the Macquarie River and comes out in the historic gold mining town of Hill End. So my original plan was to head off early in the morning towards Orange, where I was going to be working the next day, and try and squeeze in the Bridle Track before arriving at Orange for the night. The entrance to Noon's Plateau and the Lost City is just to the right here, and I was a bit tempted to go and have another try with the new tyres. The further west I got, the worse the weather got, and I reluctantly decided to continue on to Orange and to try my luck on the way home from Orange rather than on the way out. I finished work fairly early the next day and the weather was great, so I thought I might try and find the Bridle Track and see if I had time to do the run. There's some absolutely magnificent farmland around here and some pretty impressive rock formations as well. I eventually found the start of the Bridle Track, but unfortunately time was getting away from me and I could see the sun getting lower and lower, and I thought that it probably wasn't the wisest thing to head up the track at this time of day. So I decided to wait again until the trip home. Day 3 arrives and the weather is better than ever, and I'm leaving Orange early in the morning with a whole day of sunshine ahead of me. The initial reconnaissance work I'd done yesterday was quite helpful, and I headed straight to the start of the Bridle Track and started to explore new ground pretty quickly. It wasn't long before tarmac turned to dirt and I was really starting to enjoy the ride. It wasn't long before I got my first sighting of the Macquarie River, and I realised that this was really going to be a special ride. The Bridle Track had been closed for a few years because of a landslide, and the next section was the new road they'd put in to bypass the broken section of road. I'm not sure if it would have been better just to rebuild the old section of road, because the bypass section is actually incredibly steep. Particularly coming back down on the loose gravel, there are some pretty hair-raising sections where you find yourself skipping and sliding towards a pretty steep drop-off. I never realised how many wild deer there were in Australia. I feel like I've seen deer almost every ride I've had lately. As the hill got steeper and steeper, I found myself wondering how on earth they built this road in the first place, back in the day. And I felt really lucky to be able to take advantage of their efforts so that I could actually explore this country myself so many years later. There are plenty of good campgrounds along the way here, and I was thinking it might be a good place to have a bit of motorcycle camping when summer comes around. I have camped in the area in winter before, and it's a pretty miserable experience, let me tell you. Well, this was the last time I would see the Macquarie River on this trip, and I found myself carefully crossing a causeway here. It wasn't too slippery, but I found that if you just stay right off the throttle and roll across, you've got your best chance of staying upright. I was about to start the final climb up towards Hill End, and some locals had helpfully edited the sign to give strangers some useful advice for the final leg of the trip. This was a really steep run up this last section, and it's just so much fun riding the Tiger 900 with so much torque available. You can just leave it in second or third and just gently pull yourself up the hill. I knew from Gaia GPS and the sat-nav that my journey was coming to a close and I didn't want it to end. So when I saw this side track, I couldn't resist and turned up to have a look. Getting some decent 80/20 tyres on your Tiger is the best upgrade you'll ever make to the bike, and I was just pulling up this hill like a tractor. after the little side explore, the final stretch of road didn't take long and I was up at Hill End, looking forward to a decent pub meal and a friendly chat with the locals. Well, thanks again for watching everyone, and thanks to those who've subscribed. It's amazing that so many people are interested in my little adventures. The Bridle Track is a particularly good run, and if you get a chance to do it, I highly recommend it. And don't forget to drop in at the Royal Hotel for a decent feed. Time to head back to Sydney, but thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.